Hey guys, coming back at you with another piercing video. This will be my first upload to my YouTube channel, but anyone I have on Facebook whom I'm uploading to this as well will know that I did this just last week. And you're probably wondering why I have cotton on my ear right now. That's because I just totally screwed up a helix piercing I was trying to do. That was the first thing I was trying to do, but I was going to do my helix piercing and then I was going to do my industrial bar piercing on this side, which I had done before. I was just redoing them. But on this side, I totally screwed up. The stud was small, and once I had the needle in, the stud fell out, and then the needle was like already out because like I was trying to do the transition between like needle out and then stud in. Fell out, bled a whole bunch, and I couldn't. I spent like 20 minutes in the bathroom trying to find like the hole, but it just kept bleeding and it was like starting to swell up. I'm not a professional, so I just totally screwed it up. But now I'm just gonna redo my industrial bar, and you're probably thinking this guy's an idiot. He just totally fucked that up. Why is he trying to do this one? Well, that's because this time I'm gonna use these piercing forceps. The first time I did it, I was going to use them, but the problem with them is they're cheap Amazon pieces of shit, and that when you latch them closed on the closest setting, on the lightest setting, they are so tight that they will even here. Here's just a napkin I had sitting there. So let me show you. First click. That's how tight they are. These are cheap piece of crap forceps. So first of all, let me give you all some advice. If you're going to do your own piercings and get your own forceps and stuff like that, don't get cheap Amazon pieces of crap. I am going to use these right now, but just not close them all the way, because if I do, that'll just totally screw my situation up even more. But right now, I'm just basically going to go the route of hold them shut without clicking them shut, find the place on my ear where I had it set before. I had a marker the first time I was trying to do the helix piercing on this side, which, like I said, I screwed up royally, and I'm kind of an idiot. I'm going to title this video "Idiot Does His Own Industrial Piercing." But yeah, so I'm basically just gathering my bearings right here, figuring out how easy this is going to be, because the needle is going to start by going in back here and then forward, and then for the second, like coming out here, like where the ball is going to be where I screwed on. Probably not at all, but I just want to make sure that's lined up properly. But I'm going to start by getting some gloves on and sterilizing. Using these should make it a lot easier. I ordered these on Amazon and they came the other day, and then I wanted to use them on here. I just wasn't sure that I should, because I thought I would screw myself up, and I did. And the stud was a lot smaller. This is an industrial bar. This is a lot easier to handle. Also, I have a nerve disorder that makes my hands really shaky, so I'm like the last person who should be doing it to themselves. But, here we go. We're going to do it anyways. Yeah, I already messed up my ear tonight. I thought about redoing it, but like the area was already swelling up. I didn't want to destroy my cartilage if I screwed it up a second time. So I'm just gonna wait a few days on this, but then I'm gonna post a video of doing it, of doing that one as well. But this one should be a lot more clean and smooth, because it's gonna be in, and then ball on, and then done. That's what it should have been for this one. But like I said, it was a lot smaller of a stud. I totally messed it up. I'll probably even post it as a fail video, because I was making a video of myself doing that, but it's really embarrassing. Like I got it through, and then I dropped the thing, and then I had to go into the bathroom, see if I could still get the piercing in, and yeah, but I couldn't. Oh, see, I'm still dropping shit. Okay, ball there, nice and safe. The ball isn't going anywhere until I'm putting it on. I'm gonna sterilize some stuff. I have here a 14 gauge needle that's pretty thick, but this is a thick piercing, and it's one that needs to go into the tip of the needle so it can guide it through. Doing this one bled a lot the first time, so if you're squeamish, maybe turn the video off, because you're probably not going to want to see it. Like, it ran down my face, it got down on my chest, I had to take my shirt off, wipe my chest out. It was gruesome. But some people are just bleeders, especially for cartilage. I didn't bleed. I did this myself just the other day. I did a helix piercing for my friend, and doing it to somebody else is a lot easier than doing it to yourself, especially when your view is limited. And I'm not speaking as a professional here. I'm speaking as somebody who's done their own piercing here and there and haven't run into any issues so far. So we're gonna clean up. Try to make this whole thing as quick and as smooth as possible. I mean, that was the idea for this one, but like I said, I screwed that up, dropped the bead, and then couldn't. I mean, I could find the hole. I tried to shove it in, but that was just pumping out more blood. I couldn't get it in, and now I don't want to. I just don't want to fuck it up even more. But the industrial bar is what I had on this side. Otherwise, I'd just be doing a helix as well. This is basically just an experience video. You could consider it an instructional video if you like. Like I said, I did a good job on my industrial here. I did a good job of this the other day. I'm not terrible at piercings. It's just that was a hiccup. That if I do end up posting that, it'll be a fail video, embarrassing, but it'll be like, there it is. That is what it is. Sterilize my gloves here. One thing I will tell you, not as a professional, but as somebody who knows this, lubricate your piercing site and your needle with petroleum jelly, Vaseline. It will guide the needle through so much smoother. You'll have to push so much lighter, and it's gonna make it a lot easier for you. So basically, the needle will go in this way because the ball will go in on the front. So I'm gonna have to start back here. I have my phone propped up right against a mirror here, so I can better see what I'm doing. Don't worry, I'm just lining it up right now. I'm not actually performing the piercing yet. You're probably thinking, what is he doing? He didn't clean up yet. I'm like, well, I know. I'm going to clean. Don't worry. Cartilage there. See, I'm squeezing already very tight, and this thing isn't even close to notching shut. That's why this is a cheap piece of crap from Amazon. I have a lot of piercing shops in my neighborhood. So, like, yeah. But here, like I said, we're going to clean up. We're going to sterilize the alcohol, sterilize my gloves a little more, probably clean this up again. I'm not going to do a black dot with, like, I had a marker here to do the first one, but, like, I'm going to get it in as smooth as possible, and then it'll already basically be guiding its way through by then. And once the needle's through, the bar will be through, and I can just screw the ball on, and that's that. That's why I think this is going to be a lot easier. There will likely be blood. So if you're squeamish, maybe turn away now. But I'm just taking a Q-tip. Vaseline. I'm not looking directly at the camera because I'm looking into my mirror, which the camera is up against, if you were wondering why. I'm staring in an awkward direction. You don't want to glob it on there. You just want to lubricate the area. It will make it a little slippery for the forceps, but that's okay. Just hold them on tight, hold them steady. And like I said, I'm a shaky guy, so it's, it is what it is. But I'm going to do my best here. But everybody keep in mind, I'm not a licensed professional. If you're going to do this, definitely go to a professional. But if you're watching this video, it's probably because you're curious of how this goes for people. But okay, everything's sterilized. There's a lot of alcohol on the plate right now. I'm just going to clean the gloves up with, because these are the fingers I'm going to use to actually push the needle through. Making sure I'm actually getting a good grip on the actual cartilage. That's not something I don't want it misaligned by the time it actually does end up going through. Dipping it in the petroleum. That's lined up good the way I want it. And in we go. Through cartilage, so a bit of a push. Okay, now we have the needle in through one direction. There. And now it's basically just got to go in through the other side, and we're going to attach the piercing before we do that. Just stick that into like the back of the needle because the sharp part is on one side, and then yeah. Remember, I'm a shaky dude, so don't be alarmed that my hands are so like twitchy right now. But yeah. Come on. Yeah, see, the thing is pretty thick. That's why I'm struggling right now. It's through. It's already starting to bleed. Like I said, turn away if that scares you. But trying to line the end of the piercing up with the. If I can't manage with this piercing, I'm also probably just going to switch back to doing the helix. Like the part you screw in is in there right now, but it's very just unsturdy. Or I could just take the risk, push the needle the rest of the way through, and even though only the tip of this will like go in, it's already starting to drip blood there. You see, I'm not a professional. I do my best, but like I said, I'm not a sturdy person. But I can get the needle through the second side and then make sure it stays in the tip of the nail. So just so you guys understand, there's the end of that right there. It's not good. It's not attaching all the way to the needle. It's not usually supposed to. Some piercings will be thin enough so you can put them all the way into the other side of the needle so that when the needle goes through, the piercing goes through and you're done. This part, it gets a little thinner on the end where you like screw it, but since my hands are unsteady, it's gonna, yeah, see, already bleeding. But since my hands are unsteady, I just don't want to miss. That's what I worry about. But this is already a pretty thick needle, especially for cartilage. So I guess this, with an industrial bar, is just something you need a really sturdy hand for. See, you can already see a lot of blood there. And there'll be even more when I go through the second side, which I should, well, that's all bloody now. So I should probably just get another... Oh, crap. Sorry, one sec. I'm just going to get some paper towel and then use the actual bottle because I'm out of alcohol. Because I am out of alcohol wipes. See, like I said, not a professional, not particularly well trained. Well, not trained at all. I figured it all out myself, but the ones in my face already I did just fine with, so this is just, well, annoying at this point. But you guys already understand that this is an amateur video. And I'm doing my best. See? Okay. At least I was smart enough to have a second Q-tip here so that when I continue on with the needle here, should be smooth sailing. At least getting the needle in will be smooth sailing. Put it that way. I'm not going to use the forceps for the second side because, oh, got some blood there. I'm not going to use the forceps for the second side because that's where the cartilage curves and I can basically just push and let it go in its own direction. I'd hate for the forceps to misdirect it and it be actually bending my cartilage because that would start to get painful over time. There we go. Still a lot of alcohol on the plate. Just clean the gloves up. I would hate for there to be an infection and then after all this have to take it out anyway. And then there. So the needle is through both parts of my ear right now. I'm going to take some more alcohol, just make sure it's clean, make sure it's not bleeding down too good, and then getting the actual piercing in is, oh, that's going to be fun. Because I didn't know that it wouldn't attach, at least the way I was expecting it to, but not everything goes the way you plan. Here, sterilizing, now I need to get another Q-tip, one sec. So I just want to make sure the area is extremely well lubricated. The needle will guide through so I'm not pushing too hard while I'm actually trying to get the piercing in. Lubricate the needle a little more. And then yeah, okay, so needle's already very sterile here. It's been sitting in a puddle of alcohol. So this might be hard for you guys to see, but I'm just basically going to, with the piercing, force the needle the rest of the way through. Or just leave the needle alone and let it be the piercing, for fuck's sake. My left hand has always been the most shaky. Oh, I got it through the first side. I did it. Reconnect it to the needle. Come on. Oh, the things I do for attention on the internet. And there it is. Ha ha! Oh, I got it. Not another fail. Yes. Oh, I can't believe I just did my own industrial bar. Fuck yes. Oh, I'm so happy. Now we're just going to screw the ball on, and then that's going to be that. You know what? For that, screw it. I'm going to be extra sterile. I'm going to get an extra alcohol wipe out of the packaging here to make sure my fingers are clean, and then we'll screw the ball on. Yeah, because I had all this here. I just didn't want to. I was busy with my ear, so I didn't want to have to dig another one out, but we're good now. And like I said, a lot easier to do to somebody else, because like I said, I did my friend's helix the other day, and I did just fine. I don't think I would ever do this professionally, but yeah. Clean that up a little. Open this up. So you're getting a lot of blood on myself now, but it's in. It's not going anywhere. I also bought a cheap shit tool on Amazon that it's this little thing, like this bead holder that's supposed to hold on to the bead and make it so much easier to get it on. But it was a cheap $10 piece of junk and it didn't perform satisfactory. And a guy as unsteady as I am, getting a bead on is very hard like this, but you guys can appreciate all the effort I put into doing this, especially since I messed my first one up. You can see how amateur I am and how, well, I guess unqualified because of like how shaky I get. Oh, I just had it. Ah, it was just there. I'm doing a lot like of just feeling around right now to get it. Because with my hand where it needs to be to get the bead on, it obstructs my view from the mirror or from the camera. When I did my eyebrow, I used just the camera to see through. See, I keep aligning the hole to it in between my fingers and then feeling it. And then screwing it up. See, I just had it again and then I messed it up. Yeesh, already starting to swell. But we're gonna do this. If you want to see it being done, then I guess like fast forward to near the end of this video because I'm not turning it off until I am successful. There's the hole. Just felt it lined up again. Like I felt it dip into the hole. There's so many that's what she says I'm doing right now. About this ball and a hole, but I'm just choosing to be mature and not acknowledge them. This is the only time. Is it in yet? I can feel all the dry blood back there. It's all pasty and gross. Imagine I actually worked at a tattoo studio and this was my first day and I was doing a piercing. And I was just trying to make conversation with somebody while I tried to get the ball on their ear. You know, like, so how's your day going so far? Kind of crappy. Like, oh, this one's on me. Nah, maybe you should be paying me for this. Oop. Oh my god, I thought I had it there for a sec. I wish you guys could see from your angle how much of a struggle this shit is. And I wish that stupid little fucking tool that I bought to make this easier was. I'm very happy the piercing is in and the ball is going on. It's just a matter of when. But that little tool that I bought that turned out to be a cheap piece of shit, just like the forceps, should have made this 1,000 times easier. How long are we at? 26 minutes. See if we can't keep it under a half an hour. And get a video editor and edit all this waiting out. Yeah, that's what I'll do, is get a video editor, because this is taking embarrassingly long. I think I got it. Yep. It's on. The actual alignment was textbook too. I can't believe it. Okay, finished result. I think I did pretty good. Probably a little gory right now, but I'm very pleased with the result. It looks just like the one I had before. Good alignment. I'm very pleased. All right, guys. Well, don't try at home, but if you're gonna, just don't be an idiot. And yeah, thanks for watching.